Hi Aquarius, welcome to your Mercury in Retrograde Survival Guide. I'm your Cosmic Auntie, and I hope that this reading is helpful to you in working with this energy. Always tune into your own intuition first and foremost, right? You know yourself best, you have your own connection to spirit. My job here is to reflect energies that may resonate with you and assist you in gaining a greater sense of clarity, provide you a sense of confirmation, validation, okay? We've got Coconut Dragon multitask coming out here. It's so interesting. I've done Sagittarius, Capricorn, and now you Aquarius today, and every single time the multitask dragon has come out in different ways, and I've really shuffled the decks in between, so it's very interesting. We've got Tea Dragon, relax. And then we've got Pineapple Dragon, hospitality. I feel like this energy is inviting you to slow down a bit. There's a lot that's going on. There's a lot of multitasking, a lot of pots on the stove, it feels like. And this Tea Dragon is just, I feel this kind of soothing, like steeped kind of energy to slow down, to relax, to recharge. It doesn't mean that, you know, all of these things necessarily halt completely. It just feels like retreating and restoring is important. With this Mercury retrograde, it's a retrograde energy, so it kind of does slow down by nature. It kind of has a different pace to it, and all of the planets that are retrograde, which are like, I think most of them are retrograde right now, kind of do that and do that with their unique signature that they share with us. And then with Pineapple Dragon hospitality, it feels like there's this energy of enjoyment, right? Just saying yes to invitations that feel right to you, you know, feel good, to accept some hospitality, to relax and to be provided for, to be given to be hosted, you know. Someone invites you over for dinner, that's something that, you know, feels good to you, and that's one last task to multi at, right? You're saying yes, okay, you know, I do want to come over for dinner, or like, you know, like, or if someone offers something to you, again, that feels aligned and good, that kind of takes something off your plate, to say yes to. Someone offers you, like, you know, a service in some way, like a massage, or, you know, to check out your car for you, or like anything like that, and just, you know, saying yes, you know, because there's so many things on the go, and to just relax into that yes and just say, you know, and to feel like good with that giving, and the reciprocity of that too. Like if you want to have some loved ones over for like a dinner party, a garden party, or like just to spend time with, to host them and kind of just shift gears for a little while from all of these tasks that you're multiing at, you know, like to have some enjoyment and to, you know, really lean into your like hospitality kind of energy. And that adds to like the multitasking, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of things kind of on the go. There's a lot of different things that you're stirring on the stove right now. But I feel like this Mercury retrograde is really inviting you into like what's going to recharge your batteries so that you have the energy to keep going at what you're doing, to what you're cultivating. And then we've got a Cantaloupe Dragon, realign. What is going to help you realign? And this Mercury retrograde, it lasts for 3 weeks, but there's like a post retrograde energy, which we're in right now, and then a pre and then a post. So it's going to be over the next few months, like kind of end of summer. I'm in the northern hemisphere into fall, and in the southern hemisphere, like coming out of spring and into summer. I believe, yeah, winter into spring. So there's kind of a seasonal shift here too, which does bring in different energies. There's lots on the go with fall here. School starting, things kind of starting, lots of preparation for different events, and just all the things that come with life and work and family and community and all of that stuff. So make room for yourself to recharge, realign, and relax. Accept the hospitality that feels aligned for you. If someone is offering something, inviting you over for dinner again, like, just, it can feel like, oh, there's so much to go, like I can't kind of go over right now. But to kind of check in with yourself, if it feels really good, it's like, well, I don't have to, that's one less thing that you have to do. And you get to go and accept some hospitality and receive some, giving, and that feels really good. And to relax, to know, to relax into that offer. And netcaster preparations coming to fruition. So yeah, there's lots of projects on the go, lots of things that you've been cultivating that are coming to fruition. There's lots of energy. I feel like a lot of attention to all the different things that you're doing. So, not to be redundant, but Aquarius, I feel if you're resonating with this reading, to really make time for yourself to relax, so that you have the energy to take these things into the next level, to really see them to fruition, and then share them too, right, with whatever they are. Like, there's a sense of the hostess with the mostest too. I also feel too that with this hospitality card, it's like, if you are, and it's not just about like help per se, but if you're doing something and want to invite someone that you enjoy along for the ride, for company, then do so, and invite them, right? It's just an extension, it's an invitation, so that you're not doing everything alone. And someone that you enjoy, so you enjoy the process a bit more, and you can have fun with each other, and maybe take some of them out for lunch after, or go for a walk, whatever it is. Just make time to visit with people that you really enjoy, and to accept invitations from people that you enjoy, or accept invitations from community that you enjoy, to go and socialize and have fun and to receive. So Horseman, Herald of Change, there's a lot that's shifting, right? There's a lot that's in motion. Again, a new season is upon us, so there's a different pace here. The farther gate, a bold step forward. You're making so many moves. There's so much momentum and growth, and alignment with your energy. There's just, I heard too, taking on more responsibility. There might be something at work or in the community or in your family that you're taking on more responsibility. There's a lot to manage. There's a lot to multitask, right? and it's really creating change. I heard rising to the occasion. I feel like I'm talking to people who are rising to the occasion of a new season in their lives, in your lives, and you know, kind of rising to the occasion of like the requirements of these opportunities, this opportunity, this responsibility, whatever it is. It feels like, you know, you've prepared for it for a while, and you're preparing for it. You know, you've put a lot of energy into getting to this point. So, you know, there's, again, a lot that's in motion here. And it feels like go, go, go. And Mercury retrograde is like, okay, remember to take baths. Remember to, you know, like, drink water. Remember to come back to yourself, to relax, to recharge yourself, so you have the energy to see these things through, to really be present in your fullest self for these things. Because you're making moves. You've moved through like a certain gate along the path, and you're approaching this next one. There's a sense of alignment and spiritual alignment with what you're doing. I feel like there's like, you know, maybe people even like wanting to celebrate you, you know, receive your accolades, Aquarius. Allow people to celebrate you, allow people to give to you, and celebrate these milestones that you've been reaching, and that you're on the path to achieving even more of. Like, you know, like there's a sense of like graduation parties, or, you know, promotion parties, or, you know, publishing parties, whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you know, you're bringing to fruition. Like, I feel like people want to celebrate and yeah, give to you. And also on the other side of it too, like, because it's about, there's a sense of receiving, giving, reciprocity here too. Like, having people around you and like hosting them, so that, you know, you can focus on other things as well as what it is that you've been so like working hard at, that you're rising to the occasion to, right? Multitask. So make room for things that really feed you, that really nourish you and recharge you. Because, yeah, Mercury retrograde, it's like kind of an invitation to go within. It's kind of a different pace. It's asking you to reflect, refine, especially with it in Virgo. It's very optimizing energy. It's very streamlining. It's like really looking at what, like, it's really looking at like, Capricorn kind of talked about this kind of showing up in a similar way, and you're both Saturn ruled signs, but, you know, where you've been focused on one thing or a few things fully, and how can you, you know, make room for other things that, you know, kind of nourish your spirit as well, right? You know, because you're so focused, it can be like easy to say, actually, no, I can't come over for dinner, or like, oh no, like, you know, you don't need to look at my car, like I've got an appointment for it to be whatever. And check in with that and be like, actually, yes, I don't know if it feels aligned, right? Like, to really check in with yourself and be like, actually, yes, coming over for dinner would be amazing. And you're not going to be losing any time on what it is that you've been focusing on. It's just going to help you take some pressure off of the list and be given to be fed, like literally physically, because I feel like that's coming through so strong right now, literally physically fed, but also emotionally, spiritually, mentally, to give yourself a mental break, to relax, and to also facilitate that for yourself, to have some people over that really, like, you know, you relax around and have fun. Again, attending a party for you, attending a celebration for you, to be like, oh no, I don't have to do that, like, you know, just no, like, be celebrated, Aquarius. Hanged Muse. So yeah, like, kind of seeing different sides of things, bringing things into wholeness. What are you missing? Like, how can you kind of reflect on these things and identify your needs. Because again, you're not losing any time. We've got the 5 of Inspiration. Yeah, you've been working really hard. You've been showing up. You've been showing up and showing what you're made of. The Emperor. Yeah, wow. 10 of Inspiration. Page of Materials. And the Queen of Cups. So growth, like you've been really growing. I feel like some of you have just gotten promotions, or you're working towards promotions, or you're bringing your a project to the next level, or you're incorporating new things into your business or to your life. And you've been putting your hard energy into that, and it's really coming to fruition. And it's like there's this sense of like success and you know, the Emperor, right? Like really feeling like the leader in your life, really taking charge. And there's this sense of stability and prosperity with what you're doing. Like what you're doing is showing great success. That's why people want to celebrate you. That's why you are to be celebrated. And it's important to let that to receive, right? The Queen of Cups can have a hard time receiving. Like the Queen of Cups is so nurturing and gives so much of herself, right? But part of that energy is also to receive, to really, because it's this kind of intuitive energy, this feminine energy, to really receive and recharge, and you know, like to melt, to melt, to show yourself love. To show yourself love is to say yes to the things that feel good to you as well, to make room for that. And this over here, it's like the hanged muse and the 10 of Inspiration is like, where are things like too heavy? Like where can you share the load? Where can you let go of certain things to make room for more? Like you're carrying a lot, I feel. And this is an opportunity to really kind of take time and reflect on like what has come to fruition already, what is not yours to carry, you know, what are the responsibilities you have moving forward, and how can you, you know, show up for them, as well as ask for help and get support for them. Okay, and like what also needs to be released so that there's more room to recharge, relax, and so that you have, you know, the energy moving forward into this new season, because it is, wow, so powerful. You've built and are building upon a really strong foundation, and really gaining a lot of ground and success with what it is that you're doing. And it's very empowering and exciting as well. You know, your heart and soul is in it. So let's see here. Your postcard from Spirit. Dearest you, if you allow your awareness to settle in, you will hear us whispering sweetness and encouragement to you. You will know the truth of things that cannot be discerned through the material world. The receiver for this kind of essential knowing is your intuition, which is not your sixth sense, but your first, the primary navigational system of your soul. You are entering the age of consciousness. It's time to accept that the paranormal is normal. Human beings are multisensory, multidimensional beings. Spirit infuses all things, and your soul's job is to discover those essential truths here on Earth, where we all agree to play. Today, trust your spidey sense, read between the lines, tune into the stories behind the stories, and your world will show you miracles. Fear not, we are right here, and Spirit loves you. Trust the invisible. Well, I think that's a great place to end the reading. Keep